Hi, thanks for joining me for this practice. This is going to be a yoga practice that will be good for either just getting going in the morning or perhaps winding down at the end of the day, getting ready for bed. So just some simple range of motion stuff. Work out the kinks, work out the stress. And I hope it feels good for your body. All right. I wanted to say to you that if you are a patron, I so appreciate your patronage to Amanda Tapping Yoga. And if you're not a patron, maybe think about becoming one. For just $12 a month, you get 8 videos, 8 whole practices, plus usually a couple extra things, meditations, recipes, etc. Plus 2 live Zoom pop-up practices that occur during the month. So if you're into it, come on over. I'd love to have you. If now's not a good time, my YouTube videos are out there. There's a couple dozen. They're free. Enjoy. I'm just happy you're here practicing with me. Okay, thanks. So we're going to go ahead and get started. On our hands and knees. So just take a moment to flip over, okay? And you can either, right, take your knees wide, toes together, sink your butt back, and come into a child's pose, bowing your head down. Now, not everybody loves a child's pose. I don't always love it. If you're not into a child's pose right now, you can sit upright, and do what you need to with your legs. Also know that if you're in a child's pose, you can rest your forehead toward the ground. You can stack your fists to rest your forehead on your hands. Maybe you grab a few yoga blocks or a pillow. You don't have to come all the way down to the floor for it to be child's pose, all right? If you're upright, shift and adjust. Start to just find a comfortable stillness and take a whole body scan. Notice if there's any parts of your body that are speaking to you right now. There'll probably be lots of parts of your body that are just kind of neutral and quiet, and I hope that's the case. I want you to tune in and notice if you tend to be holding on to any tension. So this could be around your eyes, perhaps through your jaw, your neck. See if you can soften your shoulders a little bit more. And then we're going to go ahead and take a nice big inhale. Actively fill the lungs, fill the lungs, fill the lungs. Get to the top and sigh it out. Take one more. Cool. And for the duration of this practice, you can let your breath come and go as you wish, as you want, without thinking about it. If your mind is feeling a little more active and you like a deeper breathing practice, go ahead and start to settle into that now. Either way, we're looking for a nice steady rhythm, cadence to the breath that is not stressful. That helps you to feel a little more grounded. If you wish, set an intention or dedication for your practice. And please, please listen to your body over my voice. Omit any postures that just aren't helping you out today. Cool. We're going to go ahead and begin to transition to our hands and knees. So shifting forward and planting the hands underneath the shoulders and bringing the knees underneath the hips. And again, whether you're just waking up or starting to get ready for bed, I want you to tune in to what's present. Wag your hips from side to side. And as your hips go over to the right, you might swing your head to the left and vice versa. Little gentle neck stretching. And then bringing your hips into stillness, pause, and you might curl the toes on the mat We're going to shift forward and back, and we're going to focus on not how far back we go. When we come back up, we're going to bring our shoulders back over the wrists. So just sink back as far as is comfortable. Toes curled on the mat to provide a stretch for the foot. If that's not your cup of tea, you can flip the tops of the feet back over to the floor. Cool. So take a breath in. As you exhale, push your hips back, bow the chest somewhat down. Again, inhale, shifting forward, nice strong arms. Exhale, shift back. Inhaling, shift forward. If you wish, you can shift your shoulders a little bit more forward of the wrist. Exhale, shift back. We're going to do this 3 more times. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhaling back. Inhale, shift forward. Exhaling back. Last time. Inhale, shift forward. And exhale back. Good. This time we come back up just to that stable tabletop. Feel free to untuck your feet, sort out your hands, spread the fingers evenly. Activate your shoulders by pushing away from the floor. Keep those shoulders nice and strong. And you might close your eyes here and bring your awareness to kind of the middle of your rib cage. And we're going to start to bring some circles. We're going to draw circles in the air with the middle of the rib cage. What? Yes. So go ahead and let your right side ribs kind of veer over to the right. And then the lower ribs kind of flare down. Sweep the left side to the left. And then arch your back up. All right, but just focus on your rib cage here. Yes, your shoulders and your pelvis are moving too. But it's like you're sweeping a hula hoop around you, not through your hips, but through the middle ribs. Okay. And then next time your belly is down towards the floor, you can pause and reverse the direction of these rib cage rolls. You can go at whatever speed feels best for you. And we're about to stop it anyway, so let's say 3, 2, and 1. Good. Coming back through center. And go ahead and take both of your knees to the right and drop down upon your left hip. Okay. From here, we're going to go ahead and push ourselves to sit upright. It doesn't really matter what shape your legs are in. We don't have to do a 90-90 or anything like that. I'm just kind of sitting up. Right hand comes to the floor off to the right side, or perhaps to your right leg. Draw the shoulders back, lift the heart up, and inhale, left arm high. As you exhale, reach it over to the right. And you can look down, straight ahead or up. Take a couple more deep breaths, perhaps focusing on bringing some space between the left side ribs. Cool. And then from here, go ahead and rise. And then we're going to come all the way down onto the left side. And you can support your head on your arm, on your hand. Doesn't matter. Go ahead and get comfortable. Our knees are bent, but we're not looking for any kind of perfection here. The legs are loosely stacked. Okay, so your feet are sloppily stacked on one another. The legs do not have to be perfect. We're going to bring the right palm to the floor in front of the chest. And float your right foot up. And let's go ahead and sweep the knee forward and back. So we're maintaining the bend in the right knee. And we're just going back and forth. All right, just kind of saying, hey, hip, hey. A little bit of movement. Oftentimes I'd have you do this standing on one foot, balancing. Not today, not in this class. Okay, then I want you to settle that down. Take a moment, let the right leg rest. And we'll go ahead and extend the right arm past the right ear. So big reach, the palm is about as high as our shoulder. And then extend the right leg straight down the mat. So push out through the heel, perhaps maybe reach the right hand a little bit more. So inhale. And as you exhale, bring the right elbow towards the right knee. They don't have to touch. They can if that works out that way. Let's inhale, reach long. Exhale, bring it back in. Inhale, reach out, kick out. Exhale, bring it in. One last time, inhale, reach out. And exhale, bring it in. You might feel a bit of burning around that right hip. That's okay. Release the right knee down. And bring your right hand back to the floor. All right. Once more, we'll float this right foot up. And then go ahead and sweep the right knee back. And as you do, let your chest roll somewhat forward. Then come back through neutral, bring the right knee back up. So that's what we're doing here. Sweep the leg back, let your chest roll a bit forward. Knee up, chest forward. Knee up, chest forward. Two more. Knee up, chest forward. Knee up, chest forward. Good. Go ahead and bring your right knee to rest on top of the left knee. Take a little breather there. Okay. And then coming back at it, friends. We're going to float the right leg up. And go ahead and sweep the right knee forward. Let your right shoulder roll back. We're not rolling all the way onto our back. We're just like, hey, what's over there? Come back to neutral. Sweep the right leg back. As you bring it forward, let your chest roll somewhat back. Yeah. Sweep the right knee back. Roll your chest back. Yeah. So just take that a few times. So there's a bit of twist through the trunk. My right hip's definitely starting to get on fire here, and that's not what we're after. So next time that your right knee's a bit forward, let your right foot just plop down. Let your chest roll open. And you can have your head on your hand. You can just kind of flop here. If you have the space, you can reach your right arm out wide. Maybe your left arm out wide. You can bring your right hand to your left knee. So this is a twist, but it's like a floppy, droppy, chill twist. Maybe close your eyes and let gravity just kind of settle over you. If you need to adjust the angle of any part of your body, we do. There's no rules here. We're just playing with the shape. Beautiful. Give it one more breath. And then we're going to roll onto our back completely. In doing so, square up your shoulders and your hips on the floor. And hug the knees into the chest. Gently pulling the knees in, gently rocking side to side, just lengthening the low back. Go ahead and wiggle your toes, maybe circle the ankles. And then take a moment to pause. Let your feet relax. Let your rocking stop. And just notice, compare how the right side of your body feels to the left. That right hip is probably a little more fired up because we've just worked it a bit. Okay, from here, of course, we're going to get to the other side. So it may be that you roll to your right side. I'm going to flip myself up and over so I can continue to face you. But we're lying on our right side. Now, if you've just flipped over to your right side, take a moment to sit upright, okay? We're gonna do that same stretch we did on the other side. So we're upright. It's like we've got a dress on and we're like big ladylike, whatever that means. And we sit up nice and tall. And left hand either to the left leg or to the floor off to the side. Let's go ahead and inhale, reach the right arm high and overhead. As we exhale, take a side bend over to the left. Turning your head in any direction that feels good. Just taking a few deep breaths, creating that space along the right side body this time. Good. And then go ahead and rise up. Bring that right hand down. And go ahead and begin to get yourself settled onto your right side. And it's the same, same, same. Okay. We've got our knees bent. Again, there's no like active angles that we are seeking there. They're just stacked. We're loosey-goosey. All right. Left hand can be on the floor in front of you. Float the left knee up. And then we just start to sweep this left knee forward and back. Right. We're just sweeping it. We're not trying to see how far it will go in any one direction. Just like, hey, hip, hey. Hey, glutes, hey. All right, and then we'll go ahead and say 3, 2, 1. Let it rest for a moment. Again, bringing our awareness to the top of this left hip here, noticing how this side of the body responds. Okay. Continuing on, we'll reach the left arm past the left ear so the palm is floating at the height of the left shoulder. Go ahead and extend the left leg long, push out through the heel, take an inhale. And on the exhale, bring the left elbow towards the left knee. Again, they needn't touch, they can if that works for you. Inhale, extend all the things. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, bring it in. Eyes open or closed. Tune into your body here. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. Twice more. Inhale, extend. Exhale in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. And then relax. Lower the left knee on top of the right. Bring the left hand back to the floor. We tune into the sensations of that left hip, the left knee. Cool. Again, with this left hand on the floor, float the left knee up. And as you sweep the left knee back, let your chest roll forward. Then bring your chest back through neutral as your knee comes forward. Okay, so that's the movement. Letting the chest roll forward as the leg goes back. Neutral as the knee comes forward. Take yourself through that a few times. Good. And we'll say 3, 2, 1. Rest. I promise I'm going to stretch your bum out before we end this practice. All right. Last one. This now brings that element of rotation through the trunk. Okay. So left hand on the floor. Float your left knee up. You can bring your left knee forward and let your chest roll somewhat back. And then let your chest come through neutral as we sweep the left leg back. So neutral upper body as the leg goes back. And then we twist the chest open to the ceiling as the knee comes forward. So continuing that. Trying to control the movement regardless of what speed you're going at. All right, and here we go, friends. We'll say 3, 2, 1. Drop the left foot. Your chest somewhat open to the ceiling. Stay there. Or perhaps reach the left arm off to the left side, right arm off to the right side. You can bring your right hand to the left knee. Make this twist whatever you want it to be. Disregard any hard and fast rules you may have in your head about, well, in yoga we twist like such and the shoulders need to be flat on the floor. Like literally, no, it doesn't. It's fine. Trust the body that you're in to go into the shape that feels best for you. No force. Checking in with your breathing. Every time you exhale, try to soften something more. Maybe it's the shoulders, that top left leg, your jaw, your hands, your toes. One more breath. And then from here, we start to roll onto the back. Again, hips and shoulders will probably be a little askew, so bring them back through. Take a moment to hug the knees in. Again, maybe we rock from side to side. Good. Go ahead and release the feet to the floor with the knees bent. And then reach your arms up into the air. Okay. And then from here, we're going to lift the head and shoulders slightly off the mat. So we're kind of curling up. And then reach your left arm over to the right. Lower the shoulders, but keep your head up. Bring your right hand over to the left. That's our movement. Shoulders down. Reach to the right. Shoulders down. Reach to the left. Shoulders down. Reach to the right. Shoulders down. Reach to the left. Okay, so let's do a few more rounds of these at the pace and measure of what you determine. Okay, and we're going to say 3, 2, 1. Let's do 0, just to make it even lower. All right, we'll go ahead and bring the feet in a little closer to our bum. And cross the left ankle over the right knee. Before doing anything else, see if you can let your shoulders and chest relax. And maybe we energetically kind of draw the left knee away from our torso. You can stay here. If you wish, you can float your right foot up and maybe put a yoga block underneath the right foot. You can gather a strap around the right thigh and pull the leg in. Or you can use your hands on the right leg to pull this bundle of legs closer to you. Here we're targeting a stretch to the outer left hip. It doesn't have to be aggressive. It doesn't have to be the deepest glute stretch you could ever summon. It doesn't have to be what you usually do when you do this posture. Sometimes just crossing the ankle on the knee is enough. We don't have to lift anything. If you're unsure, test out all possibilities. Don't let this practice be a place to focus on progress. Let this practice be a place to just focus on you and what's happening in the moment. Building a more compassionate response to ourselves is all the progress we need. If your right foot is up in the air, friends, go ahead and put it down. And we're going to heel toe the right foot over to the right side and possibly reach your arms out wide, or you can keep the arms closer to you. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, let the knees drop down to the left. Maybe turn the head to the right. So what we've done here is we've taken a bit of twist to the lower half of the body. And the foot on your knee may feel a bit too tweaky, torquey, and owie. And so if that's the case, just bring your left foot to the floor. Nice, easy breaths. Good. If your left foot is on your right knee, go ahead and bring it to the floor. And then unwind the hips. Gather your feet in once again so they're a bit closer to your butt. You might have to adjust your hips, your shoulders. You want to feel pretty even between the left and right sides. We'll take this whole situation to the other side. So go ahead and cross your right ankle over the left knee. Pause there. Be in no hurry. See how this feels. Again, you might start first with just kind of feeling how it is to draw that right knee away from your torso. Perhaps that's where you stay. If you wish, you can float your left foot up and again, maybe support it with a yoga block or a pillow underneath it. Further, you can wrap a strap around your left leg and hold on to that strap with your hands, or reach your hands around the left knee, shin, or thigh. See what feels right for this side of your body on this day. As we stretch the outer right hip to whatever degree feels best. Yeah, we do. And let's go ahead and give it one last full inhale. And of course, exhale. Release the left foot gently to the floor. And heel toe your left foot to the left margin of the mat. Again, we might get our arms out of the way, taking them a little wider. Breathe in. As you exhale, allow the knees to flop and drop to the right, possibly turning the head to the left. See how it feels to have that right foot on the left knee, and if it's not a good situation, just bring that right foot to the floor. Nice, easy breathing. Ask yourself what you're feeling and where you feel it. Yeah, we'll give it one more cycle of breath. And if your right foot is on the left knee, gently put it back to the floor. Rolling onto your back. We'll go ahead and draw the knees in towards the chest. Give them a squeeze. Maybe draw the knees out a little bit wider. So the knees kind of pull in the direction of your biceps or armpits. And go ahead and curl up. Bring the shoulders off the floor, the forehead toward the knees. And just like that, lower the shoulders and the head. Go ahead and guide the soles of the feet toward each other. They may or may not touch. It's all good. And then work to bring your feet to the floor, allowing your knees to drop wide. If this is all right with your body, you can stay here. If this is not a good situation, you can bring your feet to the floor with knees bent. Maybe your hands rest on your belly or your chest, or one on the chest, one on the belly. Tune into your very gentle breath. No more manipulating it or shaping it in any way. Let the throat be nice and open. Breathing through your nose or your mouth, it doesn't matter. Letting a general sense of comfortable heaviness come across the shoulders, the hips, the knees, and the ankles. Staying as you are, or if it is your preference, maybe extending the legs long. Shift as you need, and then again, just settle rather quickly into a comfortable stillness. Just observing your body at rest. And as thoughts come into your head, just let them carry on without you engaging with them. And just as you are, you can start to breathe a little bit fuller if you wish. Start to bring a little wiggle to your toes and your fingers. Circle your wrists and ankles and let your head dip from one side and then the other. If you haven't already, go ahead and straighten out your legs and reach your arms overhead. Take a big, big stretch. And then relax your bum and your shoulders. We'll gently bend the knees, feet to the floor. Go ahead and roll yourself to your left or right side. And then using your hands, press yourself up to take a seat. Root down through your hips. Give your shoulders a little shrug. And inhale to sweep the arms up and overhead. And exhale as we bring our hands in front of the heart. Thank you so much for joining me. Whether you are just getting going in your day or winding down for the night, I hope the hours ahead of you are gentle and good to you. Thanks for joining me. Please be well, be safe, be kind, and peace to you.